When you give yourself that option to take away value to who you are as an individual, your qualities that you have, whether it's something small or whether it's something big, we all have amazing qualities. And if you allow yourself to take away that value and put someone else on top instead of yourself and say, I don't know who I am without this person, you are always going to go that route because you allow yourself to. And let's be honest, that's the easy route. I don't know who I am without you. You're so great, etc., etc. The hard route is putting yourself first and putting your foot down and saying, you know what, I'm amazing. I know what qualities I have, and I know exactly who I am without you. And that is the harder route. But when you have it down pat and when you have it so secure in your head, you're going to be a whole other level of confident. And guess what? No one's going to be able to take that away from you because you worked hard to value yourself. You trained your mind to value yourself. And I'm going to be saying that a lot in my vlogs because it's true. It's all about training your mind over matter. And the last thing that I'm going to say about this first one is that you are giving them the decision to place your value. You're giving them the okay. I don't know who I am without you, so you decide for me. What's my value? You're placing them at the top and you're placing yourself at the bottom and you're letting them take over and pretty much decide who you are as a person. So you don't want to do that. It's your life, it's your mind, it's your mental sanity, mental health. You can decide who you are as a person. You can decide how much you're worth. Don't let someone else take that position because it's not theirs to take. I get real serious when it comes to talking about these topics because it is a serious topic. It's a serious issue, and it's just, I go from 0 to 100. My emotion just gets super into it. But on to the next one. It's only after X amount of time that you realize, I don't know who I am with this person. And it's not going to hit you right away, but you are going to start to feel and think a certain way. And don't ignore what you're feeling. Don't ignore what your head is telling you. And sometimes it is just better to listen to your head. If your head is telling you that you're starting to lose sight who you are with this person, you need to do something about it, because you don't want to lose those amazing qualities about yourself over time if you're with someone who can't appreciate that. And if you know who you are, and if you already value yourself, and you're with someone who doesn't see what you see or doesn't know what you know, then they don't appreciate it. Then it makes everything else so much harder. And not even qualities alone, but just your value. If you're starting to lose sight of your value because you don't know who you are as a person, if you don't know who you are as a person when you're with someone, your value is just going to go down automatically because you don't know who you are when you're with this person. So how can you value something that you don't know? Does that make sense? So that's why you always should put yourself in a situation where you're going to be valued, because then you won't lose sight of who you are. And then you won't say, I don't know who I am when I'm with you. And that's a very, very serious thing to think, because you always want to know who you are as an individual. Yes, we do have days where we feel out of it, we're annoyed, or we're just having a bad day. But if that is a consistent feeling that you're feeling, that needs to change. You need to make a change, and you need to train yourself, to train your mind to see the good in what you have. And it's all progress. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's not going to happen overnight. But if you work at it, and if you work at valuing yourself, you'll always come out on top. Always. And that is why I called this topic out of sight, out of mind. Because if you let who you are as an individual out of your sight, it's going to go out of your mind. And any relationship, friendship, any type of ship that you try to get into, it's not going to be as successful because you have lost sight of who you are. And that's why people always recommend don't jumping into a relationship really quick. Find who you are again before doing so. And that's important as well. So don't lose sight of who you are. Don't let someone ruin your value, take your value away from you, because it's still there. And it all starts with you. Always. It'll always start with you and how you think about yourself. How you think about yourself will always override how someone has treated you and how someone has made you feel like less than you are. It will always override that if you allow it to. If you allow yourself to really grasp who you are as a person and keep that close as I hold my fist like that, that's how serious it is, you will, like I said, you will come out on top. Allow yourself to see your value. Allow yourself to be the beautiful person that you are. So that is it for out of sight, out of mind. These are super important topics, and I hope that I'm able to kind of get through to you guys in some form, visual form, by doing these vlogs. So I hope you enjoyed. To check out the blog on Out of Sight, Out of Mind, you know where to go, peaceofinsight.com. Bye guys, and as always, stay empowered.